Hey y'all. Okay, so this is what I found, and this will give you a better insight as to the videos I was trying to, or the podcast that I was trying to, get across to you that marriage and relationships are not a sure thing. Okay. Um, so let's dive into it. This is from, well, I just Googled harsh truths about marriage that most women learn too late in life. And this is just going to be a summary of what to expect when you are married. Okay. Unmet expectations and disillusionment. The feeling of quotation marks being in love will fade. Okay. Passion naturally evolves over time, and a lasting marriage depends on deliberately choosing to love and work for your partner's good, even when the initial feelings are gone. Doesn't mean you don't love the person anymore. It just means, and this is me interjecting, you cannot stay on that same high forever. You would die of a heart attack, okay? So it's got to fade down. It does not mean you don't love the person. It's the contrary, that your love is actually deeper. It's no longer that high floating on a cloud feeling. It's more of a deeper, more mature love. Okay? A wedding doesn't magically change a person. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. The flaws and habits a partner has before marriage typically continue after the vows are exchanged. Women who marry a partner hoping to change them are often left disappointed. Let me interject. Also, whatever bad habits that person has will get worse. It would get worse. You knew how I was before you married me, and you married me anyway. So sit down and enjoy the show. And if you don't enjoy the show, there will still be a show. Okay. So you got to be real careful. People have to meet certain criteria before you marry them. Because what you see is what you're signing up for, and it will get worse. I promise you. You cannot depend on your spouse for your happiness. Ding, ding, ding. It is not their job to complete you or fulfill your every need. Expecting one person to be your best friend, cheerleader, and problem solver is unrealistic and can lead to resentment. You will grow and change into different people. The person you married in your 20s or 30s will not be the same person decades later. A successful marriage requires accepting and adapting to each other's changes in goals, beliefs, and aspirations. The unequal burden of emotional and domestic labor. That's right. A woman may end up working a full-time job and still doing most of the household chores. Many women enter marriage expecting an equitable division of labor, only to find the burden of domestic and childcare duties falls disproportionately on them. This can lead to burnout and resentment. Remember, we talked about that in my previous podcast? Exactly. Emotional labor is often overlooked. Beyond physical chores, many women carry the weight of invisible work, such as planning, scheduling, and managing the emotional well being of the family. Much of this work goes unnoticed and unappreciated by their partners. Most partners won't notice what you do until you stop doing it. Okay. We have a marriage class up in here today. The significant unpaid labor that women perform, from managing the house to handling emotional issues, often goes unacknowledged. For some, the only time their efforts are recognized is when they stop putting in the work. The challenge of communication and conflict. Your spouse cannot read your mind. Women often expect their partners to instinctively know what they want or need. In reality, open and direct communication is necessary, and dropping hints or playing games is ineffective. Arguments are inevitable, and how you fight is what matters. The notion that compatible couples never argue is a myth. Healthy conflict can be an opportunity for growth, but Couples must learn to fight fairly without resorting to blame games or personal attacks. Also, we talked about this before. Once you hurt somebody in their spirit, they may never recover from it. They may never recover from it. Even if you all apparently forgive each other and hug each other and have hot, passionate, you know what, between the sheets, that person may be karate kicked in their spirit. Once you do that, they will hold that resentment forever, potentially. So you really don't want to, you better watch what you say and how you say it, because you can karate kick someone deep in their spirit. They don't recover from that. So watch it. Okay. Saying things like, you are always a damn loser. No wonder your father hates your guts. Something like that. No, come on now. You don't expect someone to recover from that, do you? And I'm sorry, it's not going to fix that. So watch what you say. And if you're prone to saying whatever comes out of your mouth when you get angry, it's best for you to separate, go for a drive, go for a walk, go do something to get your stress off, to cool cool your jets. Both of you cool your jets before you talk about it again. It becomes easy to fall into a rut. Over time, married life can become routine and monotonous. Keeping the romance and spontaneity alive requires conscious efforts such as prioritizing date nights and finding new shared activities. Dealing with outside influences, okay? Your relationship with your in-laws can significantly impact your marriage. Many women enter marriage focused only on their partner, failing to realize the deep influence their new extended family can have. Setting clear boundaries with in-laws is crucial to protecting the marriage. Friends are essential to staying together. As married couples spend more time with each other, they often decrease time spent with friends. Maintaining individual friendships and interests is vital for a healthy balance, as one partner cannot fulfill all your needs. Okay? Another thing that women do not really recover from easily, they don't recover from, period, is when your husband's friends or mother or whoever is constantly saying nasty things about your spouse. What's wrong with your wife? She's an idiot. Blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't say, look here, I love her. That's my wife, and I'm not going to allow you to sit here and rip into her. You're gonna stop, or else I will distance myself from you. You got to make boundaries, even with the people that you love, especially with the people you love. And if someone is smashing your partner into the ground, unless your partner's horrible, then you can't be surprised if they're smashing your partner into the ground. But if they're not, and there's women who they feel like nobody is good enough for my son. I don't care who it is. So your mom's always going to, I'm just using this as an example. Your mom could always have a problem with your wife because she resents the fact that your wife replaced her. The wife doesn't replace the mom, but that's a natural progression of things. And the mom may be jealous and angry about it. So no matter what the wife does, there's a problem. And that's where the husband has to be a real man and say, you know what? I love her. We love each other. I would appreciate it if you would show more respect. And I'm just using that as an example. I'm not coming down on the guy. I'm just saying this is a typical thing that does happen. Sometimes moms don't have a man in their life, and so they make their son their man. And that's called parental enmeshment. Sometimes the daughter has the parental enmeshment with her father, and it's very unhealthy, and it's almost like a relationship, and that's creepy. And y'all got to put your foot down and put a stop to that. Don't allow other people to, cause major problems in your marriage. You don't want your marriage to break up because of other people. If you have to cut them off or distance yourself from them, that's what you do. But you first talk to them. Listen, I don't appreciate that. I don't want you talking about my wife like that. I don't want you talking about my husband like that. I would appreciate it if you curb your opinion, because you don't know this person You don't live with them every day. You're just going by what you see. And I'm telling you, there's more to the story. So stop, or else I'm going to have to distance myself from you. It will kill me. I love you dearly, but I love my spouse too. And I'm not going to allow you to step on them. Just not going to permit that. That's what real men do. Um, they protect their woman no matter what. No matter what. Now, if your woman is a horrible person and people are trying to tell you and you getting mad at them, that's a different podcast altogether. Okay? Because God knows that's happened before. With the Jodi Arias thing, she's a psychopath. She's a freaking massive psychopath. And his friends warned him and warned him and warned him. And oh my God. It went in one ear and out the other. And then when he finally decided he's going to ask another young lady to marry, Psycho found out about it and then she ended his life. So his friends tried to warn him, hey, dude, you making the wrong choice. She's off. And he didn't pay no attention and it cost him his life. So pay attention to what other people are saying. But if what they're saying isn't true, then you could say, hey, I appreciate what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I would also appreciate if you don't disrespect my spouse. And if people are trying to push you apart because that person is bad for you, they could talk all day and twice on Sunday. You're not going to see it until you're ready to see it, until you're ready to come out of denial if what they're saying is true. So it's all a complicated situation. But anyway, I want to give you an update on my friend Kyle. Kyle, I'll give everybody a quick synopsis. Kyle and Jenny had 2 kids. They were friends for many, many years before they even thought about dating. And friends, no holding hands, no kissing, no jumping between the sheets, nothing zippo. Friendship. And they dated other people and this and that. The other people never worked out. And then they realized they had feelings for each other. And then they fell in love with each other. They got engaged. They got married. They had 2 kids. And then she got cancer. And then she eventually passed away. That was a couple years ago. He is now starting to see someone else. He's been through grief therapy, grief counseling. He's been through all of that. A lot of support from his family and friends to help him recover from the immense loss of losing his wife. He never stopped loving. They never stopped loving each other. They're both gentle spirits. Their marriage was solid as a rock until things happened that were completely out of their control. He's dating someone else. He thinks the world of her. He's not rushing into anything. He's treading lightly because he does have 2 children and he does not want them hurt more than they've already been hurt. And he's going slowly, and gently and carefully because he is very protective of his children, as he should be. But one of the things that sets him apart from most guys, not all, sit down, not all, don't get huffy with me. Not all, damn it. But a lot of men are just into what can I get? And once I get it, I'm out. Kyle does not do that. Okay, just wait. Kyle does not. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here, Shuggy. Come here, Shuggy Pie. Just give me a second. Come here. Excuse me, guys. Get up here. Thank you so much. Just wait. Thank you. Good boy. Sorry, guys. Kyle dates with purpose. Kyle is different from most men in the sense of he wants a partner. He don't mind being in love. He likes it. He likes taking care of someone else. He loves having a partnership. He dates with purpose. He don't do like a lot of guys. I'm dating so I could get the skins. Once I get the skins a couple of times or 10 times or whatever the times are, then I'm out. I'm going to start emotionally withdrawing from you because I'm looking for someone else because I'm toxic and I'm immature and I have mental illness and I've never been to therapy and I cannot commit to one person because I'm just not capable. I'm broken. He's not like that. He dates with purpose. He dates with purpose, as in, would this person make a good partner? how would we have each other's back? And of course, there's kids involved. I don't know if she has kids. He's kind of quiet about her, okay? But now that there's kids involved, how would my relationship with this person impact my children? Do we agree on discipline? How do we, this and that? He also happens to be vegan. I don't know if she's vegan, and if they're not, how are they going to, how are they going to, maneuver those waters? Because I don't know how a lot of people aren't vegan. So I don't know if she is or not. Like I said, he's kind of mum about it, but he is excited. His heart is opening up. He is developing some very strong feelings for her. He probably has been seeing her for some time now, and now he's being open about it. Their channel is called, let's see, Jenny Apple was when Jenny was alive, and it was about her and the family. And then when she passed, Kyle created his own channel called The Apples, because their last name is Appleton. The Apples, and it's about him and the kids and what they go through. They have a very strong family life. Their family is very tight. He's tight with Jenny's family, and everybody is just one cohesive support system for each other. And like I said, he loves the idea of being in love. He loves the idea of a partnership. He loves the idea of supporting each other. And so many people are way too psychologically broken to even remotely be on that page. That's what makes him stand out. That is why I bring him up sometimes, because he's just an amazing guy. And him and Jenny were an amazing couple. I've only known him being with Jenny, so it's weird for me to think that he'd be with someone else, although that's inevitable. Most guys are not going to, if they're a good person, they're not going to want to be alone the rest of their life. And, eventually they're going to want to be with someone. And, he is looking forward to this new chapter in his life. It's scary, but it's exciting for him. And if this is a good woman, and I hope to God she is, then this will be the next chapter, and we'll probably see them get married in the future. I'm sure he'll share that with us in the whole bit. But he's made it clear to the new lady, Jenny will always be a part of my life, and I will always love her, and that's not going to change, and I'm not going to try to erase her memory because I'm with you. And she's like, no, I get it. I totally get it. And she loves Jenny too. I love Jenny, and I've never met her, and I never met Kyle, but I love Jenny because I saw them. There's a difference between doing things for the camera and doing things because you're authentic. They were authentic. I could read people. Come on now. I could read people. And, she was just a gentle, kind woman who was filled with love and wisdom. And, to know of Jenny is to love her. And a lot of people said that in the comments. We don't even know you guys, but we love you, and I feel the same way. And I don't easily let people in my heart because I've been through too many things. Let's just keep it real. But I love them. And if I were in California, which you couldn't pay me to live in California for a lot of reasons, we're not even going to go there. If I lived there and I knew Kyle, I'd watch the kids anytime he needed it. I mean, it's just, some people are just amazing. That's just the way it is. They're just amazing. And he doesn't come from a perfect home life. His parents aren't together anymore. But he grew up learning how to respect women, how to care for women, how to be open to love, to have the ability to love. I'm just impressed with who he is as a person. I was impressed with Jenny as a person. She told him before she died, she says, listen here, I want you to fall in love with someone else. I want you to get married again. I want you to be happy. And she also told us viewers, because they were obviously on camera all the time, or, not all the time, you know what I mean? But we got to know them personally. And she told us, you guys, when Kyle falls in love with someone else, I don't want y'all getting upset because I don't want him to be alone forever. He deserves to be happy. When I'm gone, he deserves to find someone. He deserves to be in love, and he deserves to get married again. So don't you guys get mad at him. She called us on the carpet like, don't be tripping. You know? And there's a big difference between you allow yourself to fully mourn the loss of your spouse. And I knew of a guy who was the total opposite after 4 months of his wife being gone. Honey, he was over it. Let's just keep it real. He was over it the minute he was over it after they said I do. Because he's a narcissist too. I didn't know he was a narcissist, but he was a real prick towards me. And I seen that he was over his wife after 4 months, and then I realized he was over it way before she died. Because he's another typical entitled narcissist that thinks that I know my wife is dying of cancer because his wife died too. But what about me and my sexual needs? That's the mentality of a narcissist. Entitled. The world owes me, and women owe me. The only thing people owe you is a smack in the back of the head. Hard. Because you are too full of yourself, buddy. I don't know. I know a couple of people that are married, and I have no idea how your wife put up with you. Oh, Jesus. She was probably relieved that she was dying because she didn't want to divorce you and go through, the image of going through a divorce, although that don't bother me, honey. If I'm in prison with you, divorce is my next best thing. I don't like being incarcerated, okay? And being with the wrong person is incarceration. But I'm excited for Kyle. I know he's going to be selective of who you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to just fall in love willy-nilly. He's going to take his time. He's going to look at all aspects of her personality, and he's going to consider, would she be a good partner? He's going to go through this analytically and with his heart, which is the best way to go. You don't want your heart to yank you across the football field, and next thing you know, you signed up for the worst thing because you fell for your emotions instead of logic. So I'm eager to, I don't know, it's weird because, like I said, I'm so used to the two of them together. So there's a new person, what is happening? But it's inevitable, right? It's inevitable. So we'll eventually get used to her being part of the picture. We'll probably, meet her eventually. Us viewers. She'll be on camera, I assume. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, I just want him to be careful. I don't want him doing anything out of loneliness or seeing that this person... Sometimes you see things that aren't there. And I'm not saying that's with him because he's very analytical. But a lot of times when we have our emotions involved, just your average person has their emotions involved, we see glitter and there's not glitter. Those are red flags, but they're disguised as glitter. So you just got to be careful, right? Anyway, much love to you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.